Hey everyone, and welcome to the Davidson-Davie Community College Virtual Open House. My name is Amelia, and I am a current student and ambassador at the college and excited to help guide you through this afternoon's event. Before we jump into anything, here's my co-host for the day.
Hey, I'm Landon, a current student and ambassador at Davidson-Davie as well. We are super pumped that you've decided to join us to learn more about Davidson-Davie Community College.
I did want to start by mentioning that this main session is being recorded and is also streaming live on all of our social media channels. If you have questions throughout the session, you can direct those to the chat where our administrators and staff are standing by to answer. You can also text 336-396-3497 or email stormforward@davidsoncccc.edu.
Remember, all questions are good questions. We want you to get the most out of this experience and make sure that any of your questions are addressed. I remember being in your shoes and was uncertain about my pathway ahead, but coming to Davidson-Davie allowed me to further my education beyond my core high school curriculum and make new friends along the way.
Yeah, I agree. Davidson-Davie has become a space where I've been able to form new connections that will last a lifetime and develop skills that will help me in my future career. My favorite part of the community is how friendly everyone is and the willingness from my classmates and professors to help me when I'm struggling.
Yeah, there's a lot of great features to the community and so many things that you can take advantage of as a Davidson-Davie student. I learned new study techniques, which helped me in my high school classes, and I've also learned to better write essays, which helped me apply to four-year universities.
That's awesome. I know we are both excited for what our futures hold and are appreciative of the experiences that we have had during our time at Davidson-Davie that have contributed to our next steps of reality. I've definitely missed the meaningful connections I've made with faculty and other classmates while I'm at Chapel Hill in the fall. But I know that because of the amazing support system I have established at Davidson-Davie, I will know how to create a new one and form new connections that will continue with me through the future.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm excited too to have several great options to consider to complete my bachelor's degree starting this fall. I also know several students that are going into careers and trades as well. Regardless of your path, Davidson-Davie has great opportunities.
We will have our school administrators dive into those a little deeper shortly, but first we want to go over what you can expect for today's virtual open house.
Right now, you're in the main Zoom session. Here you'll see a welcome video from our president, hear from admissions and financial aid, learn about academic opportunities, and get to know your campus resources for student support.
This session is scheduled for about an hour. Following the formal session, we'll come back on and help you get into the other Zoom sessions that will run until about 3 p.m. Feel free to pop in and out of those breakout rooms to hear more about admissions, financial aid, getting enrolled, student support services, academics, or join us in our own breakout room where we will tell you what it's really like being a student at Davidson-Davie.
The admissions rooms will be open throughout the event, so if you want to join that to ask questions or need help with anything, feel free. And don't forget, you can always put questions in the chat or text 336-396-3497.
At this time, we are excited to share a welcome video from the Davidson-Davie Community College President, Dr. Hartness.
Check it out.
Good afternoon. My name is Darren Hartness, and I'm proud to serve as president of Davidson-Davie Community College. To the parents and other family members out there, please know that I'm a parent too. I know what it's like to try to help your students make good educational and career decisions. And to our future students, please know that you have a home here at Davidson-Davie, and I hope you'll see that here today. I'm excited to welcome you to our second virtual open house. While we wish we could host you on campus, your safety is our first priority. We also know from everything that we've learned over the last year that we hopefully can offer you some extra information in a format just like this. The most important thing I want you to know is that everyone here at Davidson-Davie is committed to helping our students find the best pathways to educational and career success. We know that means a little something different for each of you. Some are interested in career preparation through our workforce and skilled trades programs. Others want academic curriculum programs to earn a degree or transfer to a four-year college or university. We also have many short-term training and continuing education programs to help prepare you for in-demand industries or to gain extra skills. With 125 pathways and over 40 career fields, Davidson-Davie has something for everyone. Education looks different than it did a year ago across all our school systems and colleges and universities, but here are a few things I want you to know specifically about Davidson-Davie. In-person education has proceeded safely over the past year, with COVID precautions in place and students able to experience the classroom environment. Our faculty have worked tirelessly to provide more virtual classes with scheduled meeting times, online classes that allow maximum flexibility based on a student's own schedule, and hybrid classes that are a mix of in-person and online learning. These options serve those not yet comfortable learning in person and those with schedules that benefit from online flexibility. Davidson-Davie staff are committed every day to providing the services that our students need, from financial aid to career services to tutoring to clubs and athletics. And we're affordable, so your student can have a better financial future with less debt. Luckily, students at Davidson-Davie Community College don't have to compromise value for cost because we're ranked one of the top performing community colleges in the state. You are about to learn much more about the Davidson-Davie experience during this open house. I encourage you to learn as much as you can about your opportunities here and ask questions. I look forward to welcoming you and seeing you soon on campus.
Thank you, Dr. Hartness, for that message. This year has had its challenges, and I hope his words provide you some comfort knowing that you have a place here at Davidson-Davie Community College.
Yeah, for me, I've been grateful to continue being on campus and knowing that I have the support of everyone at Davidson-Davie to keep pushing me forward. With this in mind, let's go ahead and dive into the start of our presentations for this afternoon.
Our first session is admissions and financial aid, so you can get a better idea of the admissions process and how to help fund your education.
As a reminder, if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please put them in the chat, email Stormforward, or text us. We'll turn it over to you, Brian.
Thanks, Landon. Hi, everyone. My name is Brian McCullough. I'm the Dean Enrollment Services at Davidson-Davie Community College. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our admissions process. First, let me give you a little bit of information about the college that we haven't already discussed. A lot of you may know us as Davidson County Community College, but in January of 2021, that changed, and we changed our name to Davidson-Davie Community College. That's because we serve two counties, not just the Davidson community, but also the Davie community as well. So we have our Davidson campus, our Davie campus in Mocksville. We also have some other satellite centers, like one in Uptown Lexington, one in Thomasville, our Davie Education Center in Advance, and of course, we have many online opportunities as well. Our student body consists of about 5,000 curriculum students over the course of 1 year. Our average class size is around 20 students in a class. We have over 40 curriculum certificate and degree programs to fit your needs. We have multiple entry terms, so fall semester, spring semester, and our summer semester are traditional, but we split our semesters into 8 weeks. So we have a fall 1 that begins in August and a fall 2 that begins in mid-October. So if you aren't able to start in August, you can always start mid-semester. And the same is true for spring. We have a spring 2 semester that begins mid-March. And we have lots of engagement opportunities at the college, over 30 clubs and organizations, and 4 varsity athletic programs that include men's basketball, women's volleyball, and men and women's golf. So as I mentioned, we have flexible schedule options. This was mentioned by Dr. Hartness as well. That would include online, it includes face-to-face, it includes a hybrid, a mixture of both. We have those smaller class sizes that really give you that hands-on and personalized attention that we feel is so important for student engagement. We have a strong STEM and career field program. So yes, we have students that transfer. We have many, many students who do some of our technical programs that can then lead to a job as soon as they're done. And some of those take less than a year. We have dual enrollment opportunities so that you can take classes while you're in high school. Anissa Wall is on our agenda, and she'll be talking to you a little bit more about that today. And we mentioned before, we can offer you that smooth transition into a 4-year institution. We have a number of existing transfer agreements with certain university partners, the ones that are listed here and many, many more. We have that traditional campus element that you might be looking for. Student life, I mentioned athletics. We also have a number of international opportunities that I feel are very unique to community colleges. Not many community colleges have these kinds of opportunities. That includes study abroad. So when we're able to get back to traveling like we used to pre-COVID-19, you'll learn more about those opportunities. And then definitely don't want to forget about our affordability. Lower cost tuition, we still have financial aid available, but this slide gives you a little bit more about that and what that would be over a course of 2 years, what tuition fees would be over the course of 2 years, and how we compare to some popular universities near to us and others in the state as well. I think that's really important to see those differences and how much you could potentially save over the course of 2 years by attending Davidson-Davie. But as we move to the next slide, don't forget, we have financial aid available. Brian DeYoung will be talking more about that just in a moment. But I wanted to go through a couple last steps. So when you're ready to come to Davidson-Davie, the first thing you need to do is complete our online application. It's right, there's an apply now right at the front page of our website. As part of that process, you'll complete residency determination. North Carolina colleges and universities have that as part of their process so that you can be considered, if you've lived in North Carolina for over a year, you can be considered an in-state resident and pay in-state tuition, excuse me. I mentioned filling out that FAFSA to apply for financial aid, which Brian will talk more about later. Requesting transfers may or may not be something you need to do. If you've attended another college university, we would definitely want you to do that. Usually we don't need students' high school transcripts. It depends on the program, but oftentimes we can get the GPA data that we need through another process that we have with DPI, Department of Public Instruction in North Carolina. And then the last couple steps to get enrolled is to register and attend our enrollment information session, and then complete our orientation and advising. Those enrollment information session orientations are currently online, so those can be done at your convenience. Now I'm going to hand it off to Brian DeYoung next.
Thanks, Brian. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Brian DeYoung. I'm Director of Financial Aid here at Davidson-Davie Community College. Very happy to be with you all this afternoon. And today we're going to talk about briefly about financial aid, how to apply, the types of financial aid available, and the timeline, what you want to be doing and when. The first step in applying for financial aid is complete the FAFSA. FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It's a federal form. You complete it online, and it's a standardized form that collects both demographic and financial information about you and potentially your parents. And it's something that you'd file each and every single year of your academic career at Davidson-Davie Community College. It's available in both English and Spanish, and you file it at faspa.gov. Now, the types of financial aid that you're going to be applying for include grants, student loans, and other forms of assistance. First, talk about our federal grant programs. These we're going to look directly to the FAFSA to tell us what you qualify for, and if so, how much. Our primary grant program is called the Federal Pell Grant. This grant for this upcoming year is going to go up to $6,495. The next grant program is what we call our Federal Supplemental Education Opportunity Grant, or more commonly known as SEOG. This you can potentially receive up to $400. And then, of course, we have our 2 state grant programs. As Brian mentioned previously, this is extremely important for you to do to complete that North Carolina Residency Determination Service so we can determine whether or not you're eligible to receive these grants. The North Carolina Community College Grant, you can receive up to $2,400, or the North Carolina Education Lottery Scholarship, you can receive up to $3,588. And of course, we have student loan programs and parent loan programs as well. Our federal loans, we have the Federal Direct Student Loan. This is a guaranteed loan. There's no credit check. Students are automatically eligible to receive these funds. Parents, if you need be, can also access loans. You can apply for what's called the Federal Direct Parent Plus loan. It is a credit-based loan, but the credit check isn't as adverse as you would expect going from a private bank or lending institution. We also have what we call Federal Work Study. Work Study is a job program where you're working maybe up to 16 hours a week on or off campus for employers that recognize that you're a student first and an employee second. It's really to help you with your day-to-day living expenses. And last but not least, you certainly don't want to forget our Davidson-Davie Foundation scholarships. This is available. You can apply for these online at davidsondaviefoundation.org. And those applications for the upcoming year are due May 1st. So if you're thinking about entering the fall, this is something that you want to get a move on pretty quickly. Now, timeline, what you want to be doing and when. If you're looking to enter Davidson-Davie this summer, you want to complete the FAFSA for 2020, 2021. You want to respond to any requests for additional documentation. Sometimes we need to confirm the income and tax information that you're providing on the FAFSA. And then you're going to receive an award notification from us to your Davidson-Davie email account starting this month in April and continuing into May. If you're looking to enter next fall, you want to be completing that 2021-2022 FAFSA by June 1st. That's make sure you get it in enough time for us to be able to get everything taken care of for you so when you enter next August. Of course, like I said, for summer, you want to respond to any requests for additional documentation. And then we're going to start communicating with you about what you can potentially receive in financial aid starting next month in May.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Anissa Wall, and I'm the Director of High School Partnerships here at Davidson-Davie, and I'm going to talk to you about the Career and College Promise program. Career and College Promise, or CCP, may be a term that you're familiar with in your high school, but it's a dual enrollment program that's offered to high school students across all of North Carolina and allows you to get an early start on your college education. And when we mention dual enrollment, that means that you are still enrolled in your local high school, whether that be a public, private, or homeschool. So you still get to enjoy all the things that you love about high school, so being with your friends and continuing with sports. So you're still enrolled there, but then you're also enrolled with Davidson-Davie Community College, earning college credit. There are 2 pathway opportunities for students. So if you're planning to go to a 4-year college, then you probably would be interested in our college transfer pathway. That pathway has courses that are things like English, math, science, just very general education courses that you would take your first 2 years of college. The great thing is you take those courses, and if you make a C or better, then you're guaranteed credit at any of the state colleges in North Carolina, as well as a lot of our private colleges. So this is really popular amongst our high school students, just a great way to get ahead if you're planning to go to college for 4 years or even more. We also have career and technical education. So CTE may be a term that you use within your high school. And those are our technical programs. So those are things like welding, automotive, cosmetology, nurse aid. There's about 30 different options that students can take advantage of. And those yield a certificate at the end. So it's possible that after completing the certificate that you would be eligible to go to work, or it may just be a jump start on pursuing an associate's degree at Davidson-Davie in one of those technical areas. There are lots of benefits to CCP, and one of those being that you have opportunities starting in 9th grade, and that's brand new. So effective summer of 2020, the state did allow students to begin taking college transfer courses. Used to, it was just for juniors and seniors. And there's a lot of our technical programs that are available as a 9th grader as well. So really, if you started that young, you could get so many credits within those 4 years, and you would not pay tuition. So that's a great benefit as well, that all tuition and fees are free to high school students. So you have up to 4 years if you were to start as a freshman on how many credits you can earn of no charge. You also can get a sneak peek into a career or field of study. I mentioned some of those technical areas. If you have something that you're interested in, this is a great opportunity for you to try a course. You may get into it and enjoy it. You may get in it and decide it's not really what you want to do. But the great thing is you get to explore those opportunities without having to worry about wasting any kind of money, because again, that is free to you. You also learn what it takes to be successful in college, and people get excited about the free tuition, but I honestly feel like this is probably one of the most beneficial things about the program, because you are integrated into a college course. So it's not specific to high school. You're in class with our adult students, our other high school students, our early college students. So it's a great way for you to learn how to navigate college life. Whether that be utilizing resources, navigating campus, learning how to access courses online and how to go through that process. So that's a great thing for you to do now, so that when you do transfer out to college after you graduate high school, you are prepared. I mentioned dual enrollment earlier. So with that, you're also earning college credit on our side, but then you're also earning high school credit on your high school transcript. So when you take a course, you're getting a double benefit. You're taking one class, but you're getting credit on both sides. So that's a great way to get ahead as well. And then I mentioned that classes in our college transfer pathways do transfer. So again, as long as you make a C or better, you're guaranteed credit at any of those institutions. So that's a great way to save money in advance. If you have any goals of going on and getting your master's degree or a doctorate degree, you could really shave off some time by completing some classes while you're a high school student. If you're interested in pursuing this option, you can go to our website. So it's davidsondavie.edu/promise. There's a list of pathways there. Eligibility criteria is listed there. If you want to reach out to us, this email address that's listed on your screen, you can email us. That information is also on our website. So I would encourage you to check out some more information, and we hope to see you very soon.
All right, thanks for that great info. We're going to roll right into the next presentation.
Next up, we have some faculty joining us to discuss academic opportunities at Davidson-Davie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Holly Myers, and I am the Dean of Health Sciences here at Davidson-Davie. Really excited to talk to you guys today. As you guys have probably experienced COVID in the past year, you've seen, probably realized the importance of the healthcare field and medical fields. And so hopefully today we can provide you with some information that can help you solidify your answers about kind of which medical field or healthcare field you'd like to get into. One thing that I'd like to mention is that a lot of our programs are going to be broken down between direct patient contact and what we consider indirect patient contact. So in other words, direct patient contact is where you as the healthcare provider are interacting directly with the patient. And then the indirect patient contact is where you as the healthcare practitioner will be kind of interacting indirectly with either their patient records, with their patient samples, or maybe providing them with pharmacological interventions. So there's a lot of great aspects, and so I invite you to join us in our individual breakout sessions to learn more details about our programs. A couple of things to mention about our health sciences programs is that we have accreditations for almost all of our programs that you see listed here. And what that accreditation means is that not only is your degree important to you here at the local level, but it's meaningful to the industry across the nation. And so this provides you with a recognized credential that is recognized across the nation in many fields. The other thing to mention is that with our health sciences programs, you wouldn't think that there may be some transfer options, but excuse me, as a matter of fact, we have a lot of transfer options associated with our health sciences programs. So just because you get a career technical degree doesn't mean that you can't transfer on that. We've got a lot of articulation agreements for many of our programs so that you can go on and get that 4-year degree or beyond. And then lastly, we incorporate apprenticeship opportunities into our health sciences programs so that you can get direct on-the-job experience. So please come to our breakout session and we can learn more information.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Susan Honeycutt, and I'm the Dean of Arts, Sciences, Business, and Technology at Davidson-Davie Community College. I'm excited to talk to you today about the programs that we offer in Arts, Science, Business, and Technology. First, for university transfer, we do offer Associate in Science and Associate in Arts. Along with that, in Associate in Arts, we also have a teacher prep track and an Associate Science as well. If you're interested in animals and working with animals in a setting like the zoo, we do have zoo science technology and aquarium science technology. This allows you to work in the zoos, in science centers, all over the country. In business and technology, we offer associate and applied science degrees in business and finance, accounting, information technology, and supply chain management. In these areas, you can also earn diplomas. We have CCP pathways, as Anissa talked about, and we have opportunities for you to earn, again, degrees, certificates, and diplomas. As Holly just mentioned, it's important to remember that these degrees, though they are associate and applied science degrees, they also can transfer to many state universities. the good thing about that is you can finish your degree, get a job, and then complete your bachelor's degree, and you're working in your field. We also, in arts, sciences, business, and technology, have early childhood education, and there is a teacher pathway there for birth to kindergarten, so what they call a BK certificate, which allows you to teach through first grade, and human services technology, which is a great opportunity if you're interested in a human service area like a social worker. Again, these programs allow you to complete the program, get a job in the area that you're interested in, and allow you the opportunity to finish a four-year degree if you so choose to do so. Please join Holly, myself, and Jonathan, who's going to speak next in our breakout session. We'd love to tell you more about our programs. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Susan. And I'm Jonathan Brown. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. I am the Associate Vice President of Workforce. So as Susan and Holly has said, we have a lot of program areas that we're excited to share with you, and a lot of opportunities. So I'd like to take a chance and cover a few of these today. So within our division, we have 5 program areas. We have law and legal, public service, career and technical careers, workforce, and salon spa. So within that, we also, if you're interested in being an entrepreneur, we do have a small business center here. So if you're looking to open your own business, we do have people to help you and guide you through that process. So within our career pathways, specifically, we have many opportunities, as I said before. A few of them here I do want to highlight. We have our HVAC, air conditioning, heating, refrigeration, which is a great career choice if you like to work with your hands. We also have apprentice programs. So again, I would like to talk more about that in the breakout session with many of you. So if you're interested in being in school and being employed at the same time and having that education paid for you, this is a great opportunity. So we have many apprentice opportunities within our advanced manufacturing pathways. We also offer automotive, our basic law enforcement training. And as Brian said before, not only do we serve students here on the Davidson campus, but we do on Davie. We also have a community center in Bermuda Run, Thomasville, and Uptown Lexington. And also within our pathways, we do offer continuing education classes. So for example, if you're working and you want to have the opportunity to take some classes, whether at night or on the weekend, we do offer many of those. Another big program we have is cosmetology, which we do have a CCP program with that, as Anissa said earlier, and then electronics engineer, EMS, and aesthetics. Some other programs that are popular for us are fire protection, our heavy equipment, all of our nursing programs, as Holly was saying, and we also offer summer camps. So if you have children or you're looking to attend camps this summer, please go to our website. We are taking applications currently. And finally, one of our biggest programs is our welding technology, and we are excited to tell you we just opened a new 20 booth lab, state-of-the-art facility that will be up and running in the fall. So we look forward to seeing you in the breakout session, and we can definitely go into more detail about our programs. Thank you for your time. And again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. And Davidson-Davie is a great choice.
I know that was a lot of great information and just the highlights of what Davidson-Davie Academics has to offer.
As a reminder, our college administrators will be available in the breakout rooms after this main session to answer specific questions about academics that we have to offer, what you can expect from certain programs, career opportunities, and more. We'll be sure to help direct you there in a bit.
Before we head out to the breakout rooms, we have our final main session of the day, student support services. There are a ton of campus there are a ton of resources on campus in order for us to remain focused and successful inside the classroom.
To share a little bit about these is our Dean of Student Engagement and Completion, Keisha Jones, and our Director of the Learning Commons, Carmen Hedrick.
Hello, everyone. I am, as they previously stated, Keisha Jones, the Dean of Student Engagement and Completion. So at the college, I pretty much oversee those things that engage our students, retain our students, and ultimately get our students to completion. So I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about the services that we have that can help you be successful and complete the goals that you've set as you've come to Davidson-Davie. Immediately following this session, we will have several of these departments available for you to ask questions, for them to talk about their processes. And for some of them, they have some enrollment processes and what those are. So you will have some opportunity to ask additional questions as it relates to some of these services that we offer. So in thinking about the departments that we have that are available to you and provide services directly to students, each student is assigned an academic advisor based off of your program. Your academic advisor is assigned to you and goes through your career journey or your academic journey with you your entire time while you're at the institution. They do have a session immediately following this as well, where you're able to ask them questions and get a little bit more information. But I want you to think about your academic advisor as your go-to person, as your person on campus. If you had to think of anybody on campus that if you needed some help or you needed someone to ask questions to and you didn't know who to go to, you know that your academic advisor is that person for you. So when you do decide to come to Davidson-Davie and you enroll, I want you to think about your academic advisor in that way, is that you know that you have a person on campus that you can rely on and ask those questions to. Next, we have our career development department. Now, most people think about career as something that they would interact with when it's time for them to graduate. But we think about that very differently here at Davidson-Davie. We think that you should really interact and engage with our career development office throughout your time here at the college. Earlier, you heard our Director of Financial Aid talk about work study. Well, our work study is funneled through our career development office. They're here to assist you in looking for employment, may it be through work study, may it be on campus, off campus, helping you prepare for interviews, looking at your resume, helping you decide about what is the ultimate career that you want to do or want to participate in once you graduate, may it be graduating from Davidson-Davie or transferring to a 4-year, and then what you would do after that. So we want you to think about career as something that you participate in throughout your journey while you're here at the college. They too will also have a session that you will be able to participate in. With completion coaching is not something that is every student will utilize. Some students are assigned a completion coach based off of different things that we've indicated that a student needs to have a completion coach. But you would think about, if you are assigned a completion coach, what you would think about a completion coach is just another person. We think about them as a student support outreach person, someone that connects students to resources, someone that connects students to things that are going on campus and beyond. It's an extension of an academic advisor. They don't necessarily sit with you and talk with you about the courses that you may want to take, but they are an extension. They are another person that you can go to and assist you with completing while you're here at Davidson-Davie. With disability access services are for those students that may have a medical condition, a learning disability, a physical disability, and may these things be permanent or temporary. If you had an IEP or a 504 plan while you are in high school, the Disability Access Services Office is who you would connect with. We recommend that you do that as early as possible, preferably starting that process before, when you're starting your enrollment process, that you're doing those things at the same time so that we can ensure that you've gone through the processes, and once you've registered for classes and things have started and classes have started, everything is in place. Because the biggest difference with disability access services and what students may have experienced in high school as it relates to IEP and 504 is self-advocacy. Students have to come to us in order to get that service. It's not an automatic service, so keep that in mind. The next is our evening weekend coordinator. So we have many services that are available for students throughout the day, 8 to 5, but the evening weekend coordinator is someone that's available in the evenings, Monday through Friday, 4 to 8, and on Saturday, 8 to 12. They've been trained in many of the areas in student affairs or student support services and can answer basic questions and at least help students start certain things so that we are able to provide support to students, not only during the day, but if you're a student that just so happens to take classes in the evening or on the weekends, there is somebody there that can also provide that additional support for you and answer those questions for you. For the fitness center, we also have a fitness center on campus. So if you're someone that is a health fanatic, really likes to work out and don't want to have to go to Gold's Gym or Planet Fitness or anything like that, or don't have a place to work out, we do have a fitness center on campus available to all students. It's free. There is no cost. It is not open all day, every day, but we do have pretty good hours that seem to meet the needs of our students. We offer various types of classes, yoga classes. They do intramurals throughout the academic year. So there are several opportunities within our fitness center if that's an area of interest for you. Legacy, our minority male program, is a program specifically for men of color. It's just another person that's on campus that is a resource for our men of color specifically. Single Stop is a office that's designed to provide non-academic resources to our students. So if you are a student that is facing some type of barrier that may prevent you from staying at the college, then we want to see how we can support you. So if you have some type of housing concern, food concern, if you're in a program and you need to get immunizations and you can't cover the cost of the immunizations, or you were able to buy all of your books but one, Single Stop is an office that you could utilize to try to get that access to be able to get that thing that you're not able to necessarily do to ensure that you can stay at the college. Student life is that opportunity for you to be able to engage in campus community and campus life. So if you were, when you were in high school, if you were one of those students that were very active in clubs and organizations, then you will continue to have that opportunity through our student life office, through our clubs and organizations that we have on campus. And then lastly, we have our TRIO Student Support Services program, which is a program designed to work with a certain population of students. They don't work with all students, but I like to think about these different services that we have available to our students as a care network. We have different people in place to help you be successful and help you succeed in whatever ways that you need. So these different departments work together collectively. So some of you may not interact and engage with all of them, but they will in some way, shape, or form touch you while you're here at the campus. Other supports that are available to you all, a big one that I push quite frequently. So I am someone that you probably will receive a lot of emails from, but Starfish is our piece of technology that we utilize to communicate with one another. And it's a way for you to make appointments with faculty, with staff, these different departments that I've spoken about. That's how you would make appointments to be able to utilize those services. But it's also a way for you to request help. So if you're someone that doesn't really feel comfortable going up to people saying, I need help with a certain thing, Starfish allows you to just press a button and say, hey, I need some help. And then someone would reach out to you for you to be able to do that. The other thing is with Starfish is with these services is that now that we're in this virtual world, you have the opportunity to check into these services from the comfort of your home. So there is a virtual kiosk. So if you needed to see your academic advisor and you couldn't make it to campus, you can check into the academic advising center from home, and someone would pull you out of the queue and contact you virtually. And there's a process to be able to do that, but it allows you to be able to access all of these services virtually. Campus Happenings is our way of notifying you all of what's going on campus. So we have all of these great student support services available to you, but we also want you to interact and engage in campus community. So the Campus Happenings really allows you to know what's going on campus. So every 2 weeks, we send out an email to all campus, letting them know all of the different events and activities that are available to you for you to participate in. So look for those if once you become a Davidson-Davie student. And then Campus Engage. Campus Engage is similar to Campus Happenings in the sense that it communicates to you what is going on, but it's actually technology that student life uses. So it is a way for you to see what clubs and organizations have going on campus. So what I will say as the Dean of Student Engagement and Completion is that there are a plethora of student services, of support services available to you, and we are here to help in any way that we can. The biggest piece of advice that I would give is for you to take advantage of them as early as you can and as soon as you can, whether you feel like you need them right now or not. Accessing them early, I think, will benefit you regardless. So immediately following this session, we will have a student support breakout session that each area will be able to talk a little bit more about the services that they provide. Thank you.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carmen Hedrick, and I'm the director of the Learning Commons. We are located on the first floor of the Learning Resource Center, which is located in the Grady Edward Love Building on the main Davidson campus. The Learning Commons houses a testing center and provides free tutoring and workshops for any Davidson-Davie student. We have qualified professional coaches and peer tutors who are eager to share their learning strategies and problem-solving skills with any student who might need assistance with their coursework. Students can also choose to make in-person or online appointments with our coaches, or even walk in, drop in our building and see if a coach is available to assist you. We have in-person and online drop-in lab times also as well, so you can just drop in without making an appointment to see if the coach is available. The library is also located on the second floor of Learning Resource Center, and it houses the college's largest computer lab where you can print, scan, fax documents. There's quiet places for individual study rooms, as well as a diverse range of materials. Includes video games, graphic novels, access to over 150 different online collections. You can feel free to reach out to us with any questions. Our hours and information are always posted online for quick access, and I'm going to put links to those in the chat. And please join us after this for questions if you have any questions about our academic support services.
Thanks for sharing all that info. Many of the college staff responsible for supporting the programs Ms. Jones mentioned will be available in the student support Zoom session following this main session. There you can ask questions about anything like disability services, counseling, or our single stop program, mentoring opportunities, and more.
Exactly, and that is a great segue into our next portion of the virtual open house. We appreciate you all for taking the time to join us in the main session. This session is wrapping up, but there are breakout rooms that will begin shortly.
Now, if you would, head back to our open house webpage at davidsondavie.edu/open house to access any or all of the 4 breakout sessions, admissions and registration to get more information about getting started at Davidson-Davie, academics to hear more about the academic programs, student support, or our Students Tell All.
Yeah, you can join me and Landon as we share more about what it's really like to be a student at Davidson-Davie. You can ask us questions and get our perspective on all things Davidson-Davie.
So while we're wrapping up here, the virtual open house is not over. The breakout rooms will be available from now till 3 p.m., so hop in and out of any or all of them during that time. If you're confused or need help, join the admissions and registration breakout room, or you can always email or text admissions.
We really appreciate you all today and hope that you enjoyed getting to know more about what Davidson-Davie Community College has to offer. If you haven't had a chance to visit campus yet, we are offering socially distanced small group tours, so make sure you head to the admissions breakout if you want to get one of those scheduled.
We hope to see you in one of the breakout sessions. Otherwise, we hope to see you on campus soon.
Have a great rest of your afternoon.
Later.